Hey guys, it's 5'3" Curly Me, and I am so ready for 2019. So as you guys know, either from my last video or a few videos before that, I have been following a new twist journey in order to try to retain some more length in my hair. I did this for a couple of months or so, and I actually just straightened out my hair to give myself a trim in order to kickstart this 2019 journey that I want to do. So that's why you see my hair in braids right now. And this is how long it is. Ooh, I should do a before and after. This is how long my hair is as of today, December 3rd, 2018. Show me this side. So, can you guys even see that? I hope you guys saw that. But if not, I did have a little bit of a session from when I was trimming my hair. Anyway, so now that I have tested this twist journey by Indigenous Strands, I have some pretty great news. This woman knows what she's talking about. So obviously, as with any sort of hair care journey, there are going to be some pros and cons, and I kind of had to adjust some things so that they fit my hair. Because remember, just because it works for somebody else does not mean it's going to work for you. You need to adjust for your own hair type, and nobody knows your hair like you do. So first, let's go over the pros. Number one, my hair was super easy to maintain. There's something about having your hair constantly in a protective style that makes it so easy for you to just kind of put it away and forget about it. Now, I have done wigs, yarn locks, faux locks. Well, I mean, yarn locks are faux locks, but I've tried like both the hair and the yarn. I did braids maybe like once or twice, and while I was in that protective style, I felt like a weight had been lifted off of my wrists. I don't know about y'all, but I have some really bad HIHS, so anytime that I can just put my hair away and not touch it, that's great. Number two, my hair was always done. So just like when you have twists and you add more hair into your own hair and your hair is always done either down or in a ponytail or in a bun or under a scarf or whatever, the same goes for my hair when it was in twists. I never added, you look funky. I never added any fake hair to this. My hair did look short because of the shrinkage, but I just had to keep reminding myself that shrinkage is a good thing. You know how long your hair is, it's okay. You don't need to show it to other people. Since my hair was always done, again, this helps with my HIHS. I didn't constantly have to play with my hair. If I didn't feel like doing anything, boom, my hair is done. It's already in twists, it's all gonna lay down. Now, what I liked to do and what I noticed helped for me is that I started putting my hair in a bun. Be warned, this is a very loose bun. If you pull your edges too tightly, you're gonna have hair loss here. See this right here? You can see it more when the braids are down, but I have a spot right here and all right here. And that's from pulling my hair in a ponytail almost every single day all throughout junior high and high school. So what I do is I put a very loose bun, and then just to be safe, I actually wiggle it around just to make sure that it's pretty loose. And now because it's cold outside, I wrap it in a headscarf. Boom, my hair is done. Number three, it's a very simple style. So unlike what you're getting with lemonade braids and feed-in braids and flat twists and things like that where you have to try to upkeep the design, just doing regular free twists kind of makes it a little bit simpler. Number four, hardly any upkeep. So unlike when I would have fake hair in my own hair and I'd have to, I don't know about you guys, but I would have to condition a lot more. And I'd have to try to go and clean things up a lot. I didn't have to do that with this journey. I was literally able to wash my hair, retwist it, and just go, and that was it. Every blue moon, if I felt that my hair was dry, I might give myself a little bit of a spray with some aloe vera juice. But other than that, I was cool. My hair was cool. Everybody was cool. And number five, way fewer products. I cannot stress to you guys enough just how perfect this is for minimalists and people who want to practice minimalism and saving money and who are on a budget. This is perfect. I used very little products throughout the entire journey. The only thing that was really hard for me to not use was the deep conditioner, because she doesn't really do a deep condition with or as hair mayonnaise like you guys know I always use, but she did use different oils and things like that. So once I was able to kickstart that, my hair was good. Now let's go over some cons, because there will always be cons with those pros. My number one was that it wasn't as easy to clean my scalp as I thought it would be. So I will actually put a picture here, but I did more of like a mini twist. These are probably the smallest I've ever done my twists before, and I know that some women do them way smaller. Kudos to you, because ain't nobody got time to be trying to do all that over here. Because I would do this, and I would do them not tightly, but I would try to make sure that my scalp was showing a little bit. I would go and wash my hair every I did it maybe like every 3 to 4 weeks. But when I was doing that, it wasn't as easy to reach the actual scalp, just the roots of my hair, if that makes sense. That, along with using the baking soda and water in my hair, I can feel the dirt lifting, but I didn't feel like it was leaving the strands. And all that because I was doing my hair in twists. I completely understand that, but that just happens to be the number one con. Number two, the takedown was far too long. Again, these are the smallest twists I have ever done. So doing these mini twists and having to wash them and then take them down and then redo them took basically my entire Sunday away from me. Number three is that I had a ton of shed hair. Now, I know you shed hair every day, and that doesn't stop just because your hair is in protective style. But because I was going for so long, it took forever to get the twists down, and some of them actually got really matted and tangled in the course of just 3 to 4 weeks. So I fought the urge to use a comb, except for one part where it was like right here, and the crown of my head is just, it's a nightmare. But I did have to use a wide tooth comb for that, and besides that, I used my fingers, and I had to go over it and over and over and over and over again just to make sure everything was out. And lastly, the twists didn't last as long as I thought that they would. Now, I think a part of this is just because my hair isn't very heavy. It's not very long when it's in twists, like you just saw. When I straighten my hair, it's bra strap length. But when my hair is curly, it doesn't even, or just barely touches my shoulders. It might be because of that the hair didn't kind of, I guess, pull on the root. But I started getting fuzzy, like all right here and in the crown, especially after maybe like a week and a half. This made it difficult for me personally to try to go outside and try to, I guess, look good. But a part of me was like, you're not doing this for everybody else, you're doing it for you. And the other part of me was like, girl, it's cold anyway, you're gonna wrap it up in a scarf, why are you complaining? But I don't know. I'm trying to do this for the entire year of 2019, so I just want to make sure that they look as good as possible. So here are some of the changes I'm going to be making in order to kickstart this 2019 journey and actually do the entire year of 2019 in these twists. Firstly, I need bigger twists. I'm sorry. Again, I have mad respect for the women who actually have time to sit up and do these mini twists, but I just don't. Having a full-time job, a part-time job, and being a full-time college student, there's little to no time to actually sit and focus on my hair too much. So instead, I'll be doing twists more like these ones that are still going to be a bit bigger but have a good look to them. Secondly, cleaner parts. That's another reason why I straighten my hair, is because it's way easier for me to part my hair like this, but the last time I just parted with my fingers. Doing this allows some hairs to go into each twist, and so when you take them down, especially, after washing them, and then when you try to take them down, you're gonna have tangles everywhere, which leads to a lot more breakage. I think that's one of the reasons why keeping these mini twists was pretty difficult for me at first, was because I wasn't used to that. So I will be using much cleaner parts as if I was trying to install twists or box braids. Thirdly, instead of trying to wash once a month, I'll be washing as needed. One thing I also wanted to put into my own journey, for just me personally, that doesn't really have to do with hair, is self-care. I don't exercise like I used to. I don't do yoga like I used to. I used to do those things every single day. But with that, and the summer months, comes a lot of sweat. So I might need to wash my hair a bit more often. Instead of trying to keep myself into a schedule that the natural hair community tells me I need to, like washing my hair once a month or trimming every 6 weeks or so on and so forth, I'm going to listen to my own hair. So my hair will tell me when it's dirty, and it'll tell me when it's stinky, and I'll just wash from there. Next is shampoo as needed. Now, this was really difficult at first. Indigenous Strands only washes her hair with apple cider vinegar and some water, and I think she puts aloe vera juice in her spray bottle as well. I need to go check that again. So I went and I did that the first time, but I didn't feel like my scalp was truly clean. So I hopped my butt on Pinterest and I started looking at no poo recipes. And from all these no poo recipes, I saw that a lot of women were using baking soda with a mixture of water, and that was their shampoo, and then apple cider vinegar with a mixture of water, and that was their conditioner. The first time I tried this, I was amazed. I could feel the baking soda lifting the dirt out of my hair, and I would scratch it and it would be all under my fingernails. It was actually pretty gross, but it was pretty cool at the same time. But of course, I was also scratching my head, and then I used apple cider vinegar right after scratching my head. So my scalp was like, what are you doing? Yeah, it was burning. If you're gonna do apple cider vinegar, either as your shampoo or after scratching your head, just don't. Rub your scalp with the pads of your fingers. Learn from my hard mistake. However, Again, one day while I was taking down the twist, I noticed that there was still a lot of dirt in my hair. So while the baking soda lifted it, I don't think it fully got all of it out. Partially because my twist is really tiny, partially because it's baking soda. It's not really meant to do that. So I will be doing more baking soda, but if I feel my hair really needs to be clean and it's just too dirty, or I feel like I just kind of want to start with a clean slate, I'll be using a shampoo. After a lot of research on shampoos and what's natural, what wasn't, what I'd be able to afford, I decided to switch over from organics, I'm really sorry, I do love you, over to Maui. I have not tried Maui, I haven't even purchased it yet. I will be doing some more research, but from what I can see and from me researching the ingredients, and by researching I really just mean Google, I was able to see that they have a lot of natural ingredients, and although it has chemicals, they're natural chemicals. Natural chemicals? Yeah, you know, like water, hydrogen, oxygen. And lastly is more scarves, more bun. Again, this all has to do with HIHS. The more I'm playing with my hair, the more breakage I tend to have. My hair was much easier to maintain when I kept it in a bun, which was kind of like at the front of my head, and then I wrapped it in a scarf. So I'm hoping to do that for the majority of 2019. And even if I don't use a scarf, I can still put it in a bun and tuck my ends away. But regardless, I need to do more protective styles of my protective style. So those were my pros and cons of this entire twist journey, as well as what I'm going to be changing. In my next video, I'll be talking about the specifics of the 2019 challenge, so if you guys want to join me, please feel free to do so, and I'll be going into more details about that giveaway I'm doing for Christmas, so stay tuned.